Hello there, this is the Shadow Ranger, and I am here to talk about the United States Championship. For the past couple of weeks, I've been really bothered by this whole Daniel Bryan Bella Twin thing. That Daniel Bryan seemed to have a belt that nobody else wanted, and that he's your United States champion, one of the best wrestlers in the world. The crowd likes him, and the best you got for him is the Bella Twins fighting over who's going to be his girlfriend. But, I may not be so angry about this anymore because of what happened on Raw last night. If you didn't see Raw last night, Daniel Bryan was in a 6-person tag. It was Daniel and the Bellas against Ted DiBiase, Maurice, and Alicia Fox. Alicia Fox, who never was tagged in and did absolutely nothing. Basically, one Bella was in the ring, the other was flirting with Daniel Bryan on the outside. The Bellas got into an argument. Maurice got the pin. The roll-up pin. We come back from commercial. The Bella Twins are backstage arguing about who Daniel likes best. They said we're going to go in and ask him right out and settle this. The Bella Twins walk into Daniel Bryan's locker room and find him making out with Gail Kim. And basically what happens is Gail Kim says, no, Daniel Bryan says that he's actually been dating Gail Kim for about 6 months, but he wanted to keep it on the down low. They wanted to keep their relationship private. And the Bella Twins were upset because they thought, Daniel was single, and apparently they thought he was a virgin too. And Gail Kim tells the Bellas that the only reason Daniel Bryan had been hanging out with them is because he felt sorry for them. Because since there's no more guest hosts, there's really nothing for the Bellas to do. Then the Bellas get into this thing calling Gail Kim an afterthought, and when's the last time Gail was even on TV? They get into a big fight. It was a corny scene. Again, I'd rather, I see Daniel Bryan and Gail Kim as two people I'd rather be seeing do something more relevant. But there's potential. And if the WWE goes with this, where I think they're going to go with, if they just don't do anything, I'm going to be even more annoyed by them. But if they go where I think they're going to go, I will take back everything I've said about them wasting the U.S. champion over the past 3 or 4 months. I will totally take back everything I said about this Bella thing. All will be forgiven if they go where I think they're gonna go. And I see 2 possible angles. Both could go long term. One I think would be better. So the first one, where I think they're gonna go, is the Bella Twins are now pissed that they got played by that they feel like they've been played by Daniel Bryan, and they're gonna want some payback. So the Bellas are basically gonna be flirting with pretty much every guy on the roster, basically saying, you'll get us both if you beat Daniel Bryan for the U.S. title. Basically, beat Daniel Bryan for the U.S. title, and we're both yours. They're basically gonna be throwing themselves at every guy on the roster. Nikki, Bree, both fucking Bellas, we're all yours. Whatever you want. If you beat Daniel Bryan for the U.S. title, we want that belt off him. And let me go to a sense of they hook up with a heel, they flirt with the heel, they throw themselves at him until the guy loses to Daniel Bryan. And once the guy loses and fails to take the title from Daniel Bryan, they fucking just dump him too and go on to the next guy. And that's a couple of guys you could do this week. You can get a month or so out of. You could do. Let's see. You got Yoshitatsu. You got Tyson Kidd. You got Zack Ryder. You got. R-Truth. Brother R-Truth. I think R-Truth's going to be doing more on SmackDown now. You got Primo, who's not doing much. Michael Tarver. John Morrison. Evan Bourne when he's healed up. D.H. Smith possibly. Darren Young. You got guys you can work with. Or, you might bring up somebody new from FCW and do it with. They bring some new guy, say, we found a guy that's going to beat Daniel Bryan and take that U.S. title, and blah, 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 blah. And you could get several months out of that, and at least it's actual feuds over the United States title. It's, actual decent mid-card storyline. I think some people will complain because it's more focused on the guy's trying to beat Daniel Bryan because he wants the Bellas, not because he wants the U.S. title. And I can see that complaint, but I don't really care. It's a fucking storyline that I can follow and enjoy in the mid-card. because the mid card on Raw just pretty just damn pathetic right now, and I need good storylines. I told you one of the main reasons I like TNA so much: multiple storylines up and down the card, feuds for every belt. You know, many of stories for you to follow, and I wish there was more like that on WWE. This would be a decent one. Now, second, you get a 3-way feud going for the U.S. title. Each guy having a girl. Now you got Gail Kim with Daniel Bryan, and Daniel Bryan's U.S. champion, and then you got bring in Ted DiBiase. He's got Maurice, and then you have a third guy that's going to pair with the Bella Twins. And I'm kind of thinking this in a way of the 3 guys aren't necessarily heels. The 3 guys can kind of be faces, but you make the 3 women kind of heels, where each woman is basically telling their guy, if you want to keep me, you win that. You bring me the U.S. title, you win the U.S. title. If you want to keep me, you win the U.S. title. So you can have Ted DiBiase with Maurice saying, hey, you got this long. If you don't win me the U.S. title, then I'm done. I don't. You be that little nerd Daniel Bryan. I want that U.S. title. If you want to keep me, you better win that U.S. title. And then you pair somebody up with the Bellas, and they're saying, hey, you know, we're all yours. You want to keep us. We both like you. We can do something great, but we want the U.S. title. And you kind of have Gail Kim being a little bitchy too, saying, hey, if you want to tell Daniel Bryan, if you want to keep me, you better not lose that U.S. title. And it's more, and again, I think some people might not like it because it's more of the guys fighting to keep their girl instead of fighting to get the U.S. title. But again, I don't really care. I'll take it. Because we all know every guy, the undercard guys, they want to be champion. You don't have to push that even more. But build it up about that. Hey, I want the title and I want the girl. Or do it from a sense of, with the title comes the fame and the ladies. The guy with the belt will get all the women. I want everything. So, and I was thinking the guy that I'd most want to see in that third position, you'd have Daniel Bryan with Gail Kim, Ted DiBiase with Maurice, and then the third guy that's going to be with the Bellas, I'm thinking Zack Ryder. Because I just, you know, Zack Ryder's awesome. There's not enough Zack Ryder on Raw. Good look, good talent, good wrestler. Everybody, I mean, the dude has a fan base. He's one of those weird dudes that I don't know why he doesn't get pushed a little more than he does. Because the fans, people like Zack Ryder. The guy has a pretty decent sized fan base, and a lot of us want to see him in the U.S. title picture. I think he should have been in the U.S. title picture I think he should have been U.S. champion by now. And plus, I think putting Daniel Bryan with the Bella Twins would work. Bella Twins, you kind of have to change the look up to kind of fit his look a little bit. But I think you could get that 3-way feud going of Zack Ryder, Ted DiBiase, Daniel Bryan, all feuding over the U.S. title, and their respective women feuding, and the respective women are feuding over, hey, my guy has the belt, so I'm better. The woman would be feuding with, my guy is the champ, therefore I'm better than you. Gail Kim saying, I'm better than you, Maurice. I'm better than you, Bellas, because my guy is the U.S. champion. My boyfriend's the U.S. champion. And that's sort of the catalyst of the women pushing their guy more to get that belt. You being champion makes me better because I'm with the champion. I'm the girl with the champ. Which is something that's true of a lot of women. A lot of women do that. If you grew up around a lot of women like I do, a lot of women will base their self-worth on the success of their boyfriend or husband. Women like to compare their boyfriends. There's a lot women that's like a victory for them. Like, women like to say my guy is say to other women, my guy is better than your guy. If you grew up around a lot of women like I do, it's something you've seen plenty of times. Women love that level of competition with other women, because women compete with people on everything, and women love being able to say to other women, my guy's better than your guy, because it means I'm better than you. It's just a woman thing, and you probably already have seen it plenty of times. You already know it. If women, that's a thing women do. My guy's better than your guy, therefore I'm better than you. And I think you could get a lot of storyline out of this. You could get some big stuff. You could get you could do Ted DiBiase feuding with Zack Ryder over #1 contendership. You could do, say, Ted DiBiase beats Ryder, then you could do Ryder, DiBiase and Daniel Bryan for a little bit, and then Daniel Bryan keep the belt. Then you could do Ryder versus Daniel Bryan for a little bit. Then you could go back to Ryder versus DiBiase for a bit, and you always have the storyline is they both want to beat Daniel Bryan. They want that U.S. title, and it's January. It could last into WrestleMania, and you eventually build up and do the 3-way at WrestleMania. I think you got enough time from right now that you could do. Let's see. I don't think they're going to be defending the belt in the Royal Rumble. So we got February, we got March, and then WrestleMania is in April. So Elimination Chamber, we can do probably in a couple. You would get the storyline going within the next 2 weeks on Raw. By Elimination Chamber, you've had your first #1 contenders match: DiBiase versus Zack Ryder. DiBiase versus Daniel Bryan for the belt at the Chamber, not in the Chamber. I mean at the Chamber pay-per-view. God, they just changed that back to No Way Out. What was wrong with No Way? Sidebar for just a second. What the hell was wrong with the name No Way Out? Really? Why did you need to change that to generic sounding Elimination Chamber? Love of God, really? No Way Out was a fantastic name for a pay-per-view. We understood what it was. We knew what it meant. You knew what it meant. Is it, you know, you had the name of the pay-per-view since like the late 90s in No Way Out of Texas. All right. Back on topic. Okay. So by Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, you could do DiBiase, Daniel Bryan. Then probably after that, do another #1 contenders match the next week on Raw, where Zack Ryder wins. Then in a couple of weeks, sometime in March, do an episode of Raw, do Zack Ryder, Ted DiBiase. Maybe have some interference where DiBiase keeps the belt. You have all three of them feuding with each other. After a while, you do a couple matches with the women fighting each other. You can do like a intergender tag, like DiBiase Maurice versus Daniel Bryan, Gail Kim versus Zack Ryder and one of the Bellas. They can hit the twin magic if they need to. And then by WrestleMania, you finally do the 3-way. Ted DiBiase, Zack Ryder, Daniel Bryan, 3-way for the U.S. title. I think Zack Ryder should win the belt at WrestleMania. Because I want Zack to have his WrestleMania moment. Because Zack Ryder is just awesome. You know what? I think I might type this up a little bit out and do a full rundown of the storyline leading in. I'll probably type it up and then come back and do a whole video for you to check out. That might be a little side project since I'm working on some other wrestling related stuff I'm going to do on YouTube. So, but I'm already at 13, almost 14 minutes. So let me go ahead and wrap this title up. Again, if they go with Bella's recruiting some guy to go after Daniel Bryan to get that belt back, all will be forgiven when it comes to Daniel Bryan on my part. Tell me what you think of my idea of a 3-way feud for the U.S. title leading into WrestleMania. This is the Shadow Ranger. Thank you for listening. As always, if you like my videos, please subscribe and follow me on Twitter at TJSMITH3. Have a nice day.